Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Four Thumbs Down podcast. My name's Daniel Goldberg.
And I am Hadley Sheffield, and we are bringing you a slightly different podcast than usual. Y'all may have noticed we haven't made any in a while. It's not because of lack of interest. We truly do love the podcast. It's just that we have been busy and we don't get paid for this. But now we are under quarantine because of coronavirus, which has given us a lot more free time. So yeah, even though, we usually like to start off right off the bat, silly, insulting, sarcastic, the way we are, but we are getting serious for a bit here because there are over 320,000 cases of the coronavirus the day that we're recording this, including 600 just in our fine home state of Georgia. Yeah, we are currently under quarantine. This is the first time we've actually recorded anything about this apart. We are at our own respective houses doing this remotely. We did get together for the movie itself, sat very far apart from each other, and now everything else has been done remotely, which is kind of strange.
It has been quite an interesting period of time, but it is incredible to have opportunities to still do the things that we enjoy, even if it is from a safe distance from the comfort of our own home. And we cannot take that for granted. I think it's easy to feel sorry for yourself or get down because we have to stay home, but it's a blessing that we have all of these wonderful things and all this technology to keep us entertained. I couldn't imagine being in this situation in a third world country, so I think we should all just keep that in perspective and try to remain as kind and as loving to each other as we possibly can.
And that part is so important because, when something like this is happening, like this is a worldwide issue,
yes.
Of course. There's over 140 something countries with this now. So now borders are gone. There's no such thing as, we're not American, European, Canadian, Mexican, and Chinese, anything like that. We are the human race, and we are all fighting this together because this is all affecting us the same way. And, of course, this point has been driven home, but wash your fucking hands. I've seen so many people not doing it. At least for 20 seconds, at least. I have found that if you sing the chorus to It's the End of the World as We Know It by REM twice, perfect amount of time. So please wash your hands, other good hygiene, disinfect surfaces in your house. I wipe down my doorknobs with bleach wipes every time I open the door. You need to take this seriously. And yeah, we're all in this together.
Right, exactly. So stick with the experts and everything will be fine. Don't panic. We will be okay. This is something that we can overcome. I do believe that as long as we do continue to take these precautions and just wait it out, stay the course, yes. We will be okay. Now,
and please do take the precautions because this is real deal.
It is. Do not take this lightly. This is for real. And this is coming from two guys that don't take pretty much anything seriously.
Oh, absolutely not.
Which, now, let's get the hell away from this serious bullshit that we're all dealing with. Let's take you to a whole nother world to where these poor, well, not poor, really shitty, honestly, terrible people get this flesh-eating virus in the IFC Midnight Oscar award-winning picture, Cabin Fever.
Yeah, now this movie, we always do some research, the backstories in the movies when we do the episode, and this one has had some of the weirdest shit yet. It was directed by a man named Travis Zarinwy. He goes by Travis Z, so he understands that you cannot. We'll put the name in the description. Who he has primarily done short films and a handful of movies. He's from Oregon, which is where the film was shot, and went to Lewis and Clark College. And it's really pretty much all the information on Travis Z we could find.
This movie did so great in terms of box office sales. It never went to the theaters, but it made a whopping, how much, Hadley?
$39,065 through video on demand.
$39,000. Do you know how much they spent by chance? Did we get the budget on it?
I tried so hard to find that. I surprisingly couldn't. Now, here's the weirdest part of this movie. So, this movie is a remake of the 2002 version, which first off, this version we watched is from 2016, which means there was a 14-year difference between the original and the remake. Seems like a kind of short period of time, but hey.
It's a remake involving somebody that was a part of the original.
Oh, yes. Because when I say remake, this is a weird kind. The original was written by Eli Roth, who is a very fucked up human being. Like, seriously, this is one of the goriest movies I've seen in a while. By far the goriest movie we've ever watched for this.
And that is definitely his MO.
Oh, yes. But what's fascinating is he actually used the same script. Like, the exact same script. But they cut it down from 134 pages, the original, down to 92 pages. So they did a remake. Not only did they not add a single thing, but they actually removed 42 pages of material.
Yeah.
Have you ever heard of something like this, Daniel?
I personally haven't. Now, of course, I haven't been a part of many, scripts of this kind of length before, but it is interesting. It's an interesting approach. I just don't understand a remake when you have the same guy involved. I mean, it's like, it obviously didn't do that great the first time. I don't know. Hadley and I were talking about it, and I have a theory that maybe Mr. Roth was going through some financial issues and just needed to get a little extra capital in his pocket. And IFC Midnight had probably been hounding him because I imagine they're desperate for anyone with a name. And he probably jumped at the opportunity, and they were happy to put his name on it because they were hoping that maybe it would make more than $39,000.
Well, as my grandfather used to say, hope in one hand, shit in the other, and see which weighs more.
In this case, the shit definitely weighs more.
And is much more pleasant. Now, there was one issue that we found huge throughout this movie, and I'm sure I don't even have to imply to Daniel what it is. That is the characters.
The characters. Oh my god, they're the worst human beings that I've seen in a movie. I mean, horror movie characters are rarely redeeming, which is sort of, I guess, what makes you okay with the fact that they're dying. But I think there's still at least that one guy that you like. And in this case, there was like this one woman that Hadley and I kind of liked, but
I think
we'll get to that later.
Honestly, the only reason we really liked her was just in comparison to the other characters, probably. Like,
absolutely.
These truly were some of the most insufferable characters of any movie I've seen for or not for this podcast.
Yeah. And I think really the reason why she looks so good is when you stack her up next to the guy that we're about to talk about.
Oh, fuck.
She does look like a saint. So this guy sucks. And that's
so much.
And that's the name of the segment that we're going to play you from our watching of the movie. If this is your first time listening to the podcast, what Hadley and I do is we sort of add context and go into the background of the movies and go more in depth in this setting, and then we actually play you real live clips of us watching the movies and our real-time reactions. So this is a segment, like we said before, called This Guy Sucks.
You brought a gun. Okay, firstly, it's not a gun, it's a rifle. More specifically, an assault rifle. Second, we're in the woods, so thought I'd practice my survival skills.
Don't you think that's a little overkill?
No.
Hey, so you just brought an assault rifle with him?
But not weed?
Barely legal. I won't even go into the tech specs on this beast because you couldn't handle it.
You're gonna accidentally shoot one of us.
Never happened. I have years of training.
Video games don't count. Will you just be careful with that thing?
Okay, will you relax? I'm perfectly responsible.
America.
Jesus, dude.
Oh yeah, he's got great gun safety. He just jumped over it. What is this guy? This guy sucks. I do not like this dude.
Starting a fire. Gun right next to the fire. No big deal.
Yep.
Oh wow, you sprayed like a whole container of lighter fluid on there and it was a big flame. Who'd have fucking thought?
Still ham on some indigenous species.
Oh fuck. Oh, this is...
Dude, this guy sucks.
I'm about to go ham. And just
On
leaves
some
the fire
indigenous
The
beasties.
second he lights the fire, he leaves it unattended.
Really, dude?
Okay.
What is wrong with him?
Video game withdrawals, maybe?
Oof. Man, that is just an awful character. All around. In a lot of different ways.
Why are you gonna wrestle him?
Yeah, that guy sucks.
Well, did you or didn't he? Ah, fuck this. Get out.
And now he's leaving them.
Yep.
This guy turns into even more of a piece of shit by the second.
Oh, come on. This guy sucks.
Yeah, this is one of the worst movie characters I've ever seen.
Like, I want him to die, like, right now. Just please get out of my life.
He's probably gonna act... He's gonna be the first to die.
Yeah, definitely. He's gotta be.
Well, I don't know, the person with the gun, though, you know? Guns?
Yeah, but he's a dumbass with a gun.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying from a movie perspective, they want to have the gun-wielding characters last a while, and...
God, that smells good.
Oh, dude.
He just shot a human. This guy is such a fucking dumbass. Oh, or is he a zombie thing?
Not me! Oh, fucking way.
Oh no, it's
Oh
not.
my god, I'm sorry, man. I'm so sorry.
You can't say I'm sorry.
Help me.
What?
Okay, hey, whoa. Don't come near me, man. Okay, stay back. I'm sorry. Okay, stay back. Hey, stay back. Stay back. Ah!
What the?
Stay back.
What
Okay,
the
you should help. Just stay
Dude,
back.
he's a piece of shit.
Please.
So he shoots this guy, and then... What the?
Oh, shit. Fuck.
And then just leaves him for dead in the woods.
Help me.
Just leaves him for dead.
Help me.
Wow.
Yeah, that guy sucked.
Oh, yeah. I honestly have never seen a worse movie character. He was just like, I think he might actually be a sociopath.
Yeah, I mean,
Like-
I think, I don't even want to talk about him anymore. We played a 3-minute segment on him. That's as much as he deserves. So, one other little piece of information that we found that was very interesting. Hadley, I want you to share this with us.
Oh, yes.
Tell us about Eli Roth and his inspiration for this film.
Oh, yes. This was something else. So, of course, directors, writers, everybody's got all sorts of strange information, and a lot of times they're inspired by real events. Now, you may wonder why I use the term real events in regards to this movie, but that is actually because it was inspired by when Eli Roth was on a vacation in Iceland and actually contracted a flesh-eating skin infection. Which, like those are, like, flesh-eating bacteria, flesh-eating viruses, those are very real things. They're not usually to the extent of this movie, but they are real. And yeah, he actually contracted that, and then somehow contracting that evolved all the way into this piece of shit movie, but hey.
So, like, right off the bat, this movie showed how much it sucks. Like, they're on the way to the cabin, and they stop at a convenience store, or a gas station, if you will, along the road, and they run into quite a group of hillbillies, sort of in the style of Deliverance, and they even reference Deliverance in the movie, which is just like, could you get any more obvious that that's what you're going for? Come on. So... then all of a sudden they pull up to the gas station and strange things happen. And that's what brings up this segment called Don't Bite City Folk. Okay, come on.
Are they trying for some Donnie Darko shit here?
Just a creepy kid wearing a freaking bunny mask.
But like a little, the kind you would make in a... Oh, shit!
Oh, fuck.
Oh my god! That guy looks so unfazed that this child just bit a chunk out of his hand.
Damn it! God damn it, what I tell you about sick folk?
What?
Raise my boy. Boy.
Okay.
Four thumbs down,
I
rewind.
gotta catch my breath on that. It sounds like something he'd say on The Simpsons. That's something Cletus would say. What did I tell you about biting city folk? That is Cletus. That is what Cletus would say.
I'm going to turn the volume up and play this one more time.
Okay, hang on.
As a four thumbs down replay.
I'm gonna stand closer to the TV so that it picks up on my mic.
Let's hear it.
Hey there, little man.
What the hell's going on out here? Damn it! God damn it, what I tell you about city folk?
Oh my god!
So it's okay for him to bite any other kind of folk, but not the city folk.
Take it easy.
You go bite one of them country
Tell me how to
motherfuckers.
raise my boy. Dennis isn't like the other children. Everybody knows you don't talk to him.
Maybe we should make a sign for the rest of us.
So,
Come on, get out of here.
is that bunny mask supposed to like Hannibal Lecter style keep him from biting people?
Holes around back. You want to wash that hand up?
I guess so.
Best I can offer.
Oh sure, watch
There's
it
a
off and-
hose around back.
Oh, I'm fine.
Oh, so where do you take a shit?
That's not a hose, that's a spigot.
That is a spigot.
Ah, shit.
Oh, come on, man. It's just water. Stop being a baby.
Oh dude, to be fair, that's a pretty deep bite. That kid took a chunk out.
Vampires.
Fucking hillbilly vampires.
This has had some great...
God, you can tell he did not want to say that line.
This movie, I will say, it's already been bad, but it's had some really good one-liners so far.
You okay?
Yeah, I'll be fine as kids.
I have a first aid kit in the car. I'll wrap it.
Thanks.
As soon as you
Wait, couldn't she have said that earlier before he washed it off with a rusty hose, with a rusty spigot?
Be
Water?
careful out there.
Like, oh, I'm gonna go rinse this off on a rusty spigot, probably get fucking tetanus, and,
Woods.
but, oh wait, no, I got a first aid
Oh,
kit.
that's right. After this, I have a... Oh, God.
It's nothing we can't handle. We'll sure.
I'm just eating pretty
Well, and I
bad.
love how she's not even going to get it. She's just staying there to
Yeah.
talk to the fucking hillbilly
Why?
vampires.
What happened?
Hillbilly vampires.
Now, also, what should be pointed out is the character with the first aid kit is actually the one that Daniel and I liked. So,
Yes.
even the likable character is letting this dude, like, you know, they're a group of college students going up to a cabin and everything, and she just lets her friend wash his hand off in the
Again,
spigot covered in rust.
the overall thing that was just so frustrating is the lack of urgency by every single person during these events. Like, this guy just gets his hand bit off by this random feral child at some hillbilly rest stop. And
Wearing a bunny mask.
Wearing a
For
bunny
no
mask,
reason,
like,
for no
clearly-
explained reason.
Clearly he's fucked up. And then, yeah, this man won't even offer him his bathroom to use, to like maybe even put some soap and water on it. No, he just says there's a hose out back, which isn't even a hose, it's a spigot. And then this whole time, fucking Karen has a damn first aid kit. What the hell, Karen? What
And then
the
she
hell?
tells him that and still doesn't go to get it.
Doesn't get it at all. Like, and later on we see the bandage and it's all like really crappy and like it's really frustrating. But that is just one small problem. We can't harp on these issues for too long. So they go to these. They leave this hillbilly gas station. They make it to the cabin. Now, the guy that we talked about earlier, the sucky dude, right?
Sucks.
Yeah, so he shoots this poor man who apparently has already contracted the virus.
Yes, he's, off in the woods. The guy starts coming towards him. He doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't even know the virus exists yet. Like, he suspects that he's sick. And then just, starts shooting him. But doesn't fucking kill him. Just
Right.
leaves him there and runs. Which he actually did that multiple times in this movie. Just, leave someone for dead and run away. He did that multiple times. Part of the reason why he sucks so much.
Yeah, he did. He just leaves this guy in the middle of the woods, doesn't even tell his friends that this entire event had happened. Just like totally keeps it to himself. Then, he ends up leaving his friends later on, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. The point is, so he meets this guy in the woods, he shoots him, right, after they've been at the cabin, and the guy comes back, and this like whole crazy, terrible event ensues.
Hey, get the fuck out! Hey, get the fuck out of the car! Get the fuck out of the car! Hey!
Did he really leave the keys in the car?
Oh, what the fuck?
Just projectile vomited there.
Okay, at that point, just let him have the fucking car. Alright, sure, so make it so you can't drive out of there.
Oh, he shot the tire? Oh, what the fuck is wrong with him? What? Oh, this is so dumb. Oh, they're gonna light him on fire.
No. Oh no. Why would they do that when they do it on gun? Just
Help me!
Oh, he's gonna light on fire. There he goes.
oh Jesus.
Oh, great.
This is oh no.
Dude, you gotta know that the guy, oh man.
What the fuck? Dude, I mean shit.
Dang.
Look,
That was really fucked
what are we
up.
gonna do? I mean, this guy, he gets in the car, gets his shit all over the inside of the car. He comes at us. I don't want him to touch me. I don't want him to touch any of us. Self-defense. It's raining. So
Okay.
I'll put him out.
What? It was raining, so it probably put him out?
Or worse.
That's worse almost.
You look like tomorrow we can clean it up, fix the tire, what
How?
else is wrong with it, and report the accident.
Yeah, what are they gonna do? Give it a new windshield while they're there?
His accident.
He totally destroyed that.
The guy's skin.
That's what you're gonna talk about? You lit the fucking guy on fire. Like, they seem to have very little remorse about the fact that they lit a dude on fire.
Maybe it cauterized his skin though, and he's all G now.
Well, the water put him out.
Oh
the
yeah,
rain,
that's right.
right?
That's right. The water probably put him out. Wasn't the windshield completely smashed in?
It definitely had. No, it wasn't smashed in. It was just shattered, like broken. Like not broken, but you know what I mean. Like,
Yeah.
what is that word? I can't think of words.
Cracked.
Divine
Bashed. Smashed. Squished. Hit.
You better leave me the way.
Cracked. Broke.
It's like
Shattered.
when it does the
Spiderwebbed.
yeah.
Hey, I got it!
There you go. So, okay, this poor guy has been shot, lit on fire. He's trying to drive away to get help because they won't help him out. He
But hey, at least the rain.
vomits.
At least the rain probably put him out.
Oh my god, I know. What a cringy thing to say. And then they just say it's self-defense. Like, lighting a guy on fire is a little overkill in terms of self-defense. I mean, I get that it was an accident. At least that's kind of how they made it out to seem. But, God, that was so predictable. Like, I knew he was going to be lit on fire. And he runs off. But anyway, so this whole entire crazy thing has happened. The car's all smashed up. So, the one thing that maybe made sense in this movie is a sheriff comes by and notices that there's, all this blood and all this broken glass in their window. And
then she does nothing about it.
yeah, and then she does nothing at all. Just acts like whatever. She just wants to have a good time, have a party.
It's like, oh yeah, you kids are partying. Oh, well, blood, smashed car, bullet holes and everything. You'll have a good time.
Yeah, nothing to see here.
There is a very interesting backstory behind this cop. So, in the original movie, Winston, the name of the deputy, was played by a man named Giuseppe Andrews. The remake, Eli Roth said he thought nobody aside from Giuseppe could play that character, so he rewrote it. Be a woman. The actress is named Louise Linton. Now, she actually has some connections in that she is married to Steve Mnuchin, I never pronounced his name correctly, who is the current United States Secretary of Treasury. Like, I actually saw him on the Associated Press news website this morning.
You know, maybe that's how this got funded.
Yeah, just tap into the U.S. Treasury Department.
Maybe somehow our fucking tax dollars paid for this movie.
oh boy, I'm gonna have a revolt if that's the case.
Oh my gosh, I know. Please don't say that's true. But anyways, so yeah, that's really fascinating, and it brings about an entire segment that we are going to call the Sheriff of Fuckery.
It's hot. Guys come to me and stay and party.
Well, you know, that's why we came here in the first place.
Yeah, boy.
And she does seem very,
It is some kind of wonderful
not
shit.
phased by the fact
And I
that...
really did a number on your Jeep here.
Do you think you could get someone up here to fix it?
I don't even know what to say, man.
Sure.
I'm kind of at a loss for
Honey.
words at this.
I'll take
Look
it.
at her makeup
I
too.
probably
It's
have
extra
someone here
great.
by, I don't know, tomorrow afternoon. I want you to know you're my top priority. You're my party man.
What the fuck?
This is party town. We are gonna party.
Oh, I would say, this takes fuck the police to a different definition.
You know, find me.
Dial 911?
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
What the fuck is this character,
Hear that little
dude?
peach in there? She sure looks sweet.
So she's gonna let it be, even though there's blood all over their fucking car.
And he was very sketchy with the answers. And
Obviously, she's in on whatever the fuck's going on or something.
I'm guessing that or just the most terrible cop ever. Oh, this car is covered in blood, beat to shit, and there's liquor bottles all over the place. Well, I want to fuck you. Have a nice day. Oh shit, it's the horny cop again. Yeah, where the fuck has she been?
The tow truck.
I forgot about her.
What happened to the tow truck, Winston? You said you were going to help us. You give me a ride?
Alright. Take it fucking easy. Alright? Alright? Sure.
Is this actually a cop or just someone in a cop costume? I swear.
Yeah, right.
Copy that.
Give me that ride, Winston.
Are you fucking nuts?
Shoot him.
Shut up and back up.
I need that ride, Winston.
Stay back.
Don't you see you did this? Please.
And now she shoots him. Right?
She better. Please, shoot him and end this.
Alright. I'm not gonna kill you.
So yeah, so this is the Sheriff of Fuckery. I mean, she just totally lets everything go. She's like the chillest cop you've ever met, I guess.
No, I normally would have thought, is she even a cop? Or did she just rent the uniform? Because I feel like most cops just wouldn't just leave a situation where there's bullet holes in a car and cars covered in blood and a bunch of city folk there. And it's just like, what is this? What is this cop?
Yeah.
What is this movie? What are these characters? What is the script? What the fuck is everything?
Where did everything go wrong? I mean, man, like, you would have thought maybe somebody with some ties to the Treasury might be able to do something, you know?
Right?
Yeah,
I'm also curious, asking any of the listeners, I have not seen the original. I'm pretty sure Daniel hasn't either. If any of y'all have seen it, please comment, let us know what you thought about the original. Probably won't be going back and watching it, but I'm curious to hear what y'all have to say.
Yeah, definitely. Please always feel free to make any comments you like. Tell us how much we suck. Tell us how great we're doing. Tell us that, the movie was your favorite ever. We'll judge you harshly, but hey, if it's your favorite ever, then speak up. Speak your truth. It's all right.
Absolutely. And of course, what y'all really need to take advantage of is if any one of y'all start trolling us, we will feed you.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Yeah, please. No one has trolled us yet. We're devastated. I feel like that means we're doing a bad job. So please troll us and we will feed you.
Comment now. Hit the buttons. Show us that you're here. All right. So we have another little segment for you about another character. And this is Karen that we've mentioned before. Karen, the one character that we like. Now, liked only by proxy. So Karen, she got it bad. She got it real bad. I'm just gonna play the clips because
there's no way to lead into this. Just play it.
Shit, he's schlicking her.
That's how it starts?
She's getting the flesh-eating bacteria is starting in her vagina. Let me just
hold on.
This so everybody can
I'm gonna pause it so you can explain what's going on a still of her bloody.
Okay. So here, let me. Now, first off, I want to say I think this is the first time we've ever paused a movie to explain what's going on.
Which I think we should do more often. Maybe this should be a new thing.
Yeah, especially for this one. So, this girl. She and this boy are getting frisky, He's feeling up her chi-chis and everything, and his hand starts to go south of the border, you know what I'm saying. She starts going like, ow, that stops, that hurts, stop. He pulls his hand out, and his index and middle finger, these are covered in a really gross gloopy blood thing. Now, I'm not talking about like that time of the month blood either. This is not the good old sex ketchup. This is like really fucked up flesh-eating virus blood, which started in her vajayjay. Now, here's my question though. If she already had this flesh-eating disease thing going on in her vagina, did she really not notice until he fingered her? Like, wouldn't you have noticed something like that before if you're to that extent of having disease eating your vagina? Ladies, please comment, let us know.
Please. I can't. Please.
Kill me.
I mean, I'd want to fucking die in that.
My favorite character. The one possibly redeeming person in this entire movie. Of course.
That ammo. Oh god, what's he?
Oh, come on!
No! Are you serious? No!
Not a shovel!
A shovel?
It's a shovel!
Like decapitator with a
Oh
shovel?
god! It's like killing a snake or something.
Which you shouldn't do.
Oh!
Fucking. Oh my god.
Oh god, I hate shit like this. It's fucking torture.
Daniel and I both just like fell over the arms of our respective furniture.
I mean, that's one thing
on.
I guess you can give it. The fucking effects department did a great job with making this shit look disgusting.
I think that's what they spent like 90% of their effort on. Oh, really? Really?
Oh, it worked so well with the other guy that came out of the fucking lake.
And that's gonna be even more painful than...
What an asshole.
And he just happens to have a road flare.
And how did he not kill her with the shovel? I don't understand.
That is the worst way you could do that to someone. Dude!
Would the road flare even light?
I mean, probably, but... Why does... And where did the road flare come from?
What?
That's really how he decided to end her suffering.
That is not a good way to end the suffering.
It makes it... Oh my god.
Well, at this point, the smoke inhalation would have gotten to her.
Hopefully. Otherwise, that's like... I bet you she's gonna burst out on fire, honestly.
They're gonna kill him. The guys from this.
Man, they're not wasting any time either. They're just killing 3 people within like 5 minutes of each other.
That's what bothers me. It's like, man, why didn't this start earlier? So nobody gives a shit. Oh, come on, man. You forgot that the gun isn't loaded.
Thank you.
What the fuck? What the fuck?
Hold on, pause this. Pause this. I need a minute to digest what just happened.
Oh my god!
Okay, hold on, I gotta digest.
Oh my god, that poor girl. Oh, what a fucking asshole. Oh, fuck.
Okay,
man.
so I'm gonna sum this to another little summary. I've taken my glasses off and have my face in my hands right now. So the last little bit that happened is first, though, Karen, who's like the most coolest character, she's, obviously suffering from this disease and everything, and she's asking him to kill her, first with the gun, which I would want to in her situation. That didn't work, so he tried to decapitate her with a shovel, and that didn't work so well either.
No, it didn't.
So he just poured a bunch of gasoline on her, and happened to have a road flare on him. And lit the road flare, lit her on fire, and it just closed the door of the shed.
He did all of this.
So then,
And then the 3 hillbillies come. After his friend walks up, they shoot his friend in the head. And then he tries to, again, shoot them with the, unloaded...
Yeah, with the gun that didn't have the ammo in it.
Right. And then all of a sudden, one of the hillbillies tells him, "Oh, you got the safety on."
And he shoots all of them.
And he goes, "Thanks."
Oh my...
And then shoots them all. And it's like, there's such a good pause between all of that. So that poor girl got lit on fire for no fucking reason.
Yeah, poor Karen.
Yeah, that scene was unnecessary. I feel like there are ways to let the audience know that one of the characters has this virus without requiring someone to finger bang her and have the inside of her vagina come off onto his hand, basically.
Yeah, and then, he tries to cut her head off with a shovel.
That was just...
And then...
There were so many things wrong with that scene. Like, and I will go back to this till the end of time, and how he just randomly has a road flare. Like, when he's lighting her on fire, you know, he tries to shoot her because she wants to die because the virus is just so excruciating. Gun doesn't work. Tries to chop her head off with a shovel. That doesn't work. Dumps her in gasoline, then suddenly he's got a road flare in his hand. He didn't run out to the car or anything. He wasn't looking around inside of the little shed she was in. He's just like, oh, here's a road flare in my hand. Yeah. And that bothered me.
Yeah, I'm guessing that's where some of those pages went, you know?
Ah, yes.
I think he cut out all the explanation. He was just like, fuck it. Who needs any explanation? Who needs to know why any of this is happening? Who needs to know where the fuck they are? Who needs to know any of these characters at all? All you need to know is that they're dumb as fuck, they're out in the woods, and there's a flesh-eating bacteria. You know, and I think that's what he did. He just stripped it down to the basics because, you know, there's nothing else there. There's no other substance in this movie.
Absolutely not. It's just terrible acting leading up to lots of gore.
Now,
and repeat.
I gotta say, we are not the most substantive people either.
Of course not.
By all definitions, or, well, really more technicality, we are what they consider men, right?
Yes. And I have a saying when it comes to men. And that is because, and I will die on this hill, things like farts and burps and the word penis and things like that are funny. They will always be funny. And if you say they're not funny, you're just trying to show off. So my saying goes, we may be men, but we're still boys.
Then after they've been gagged and beaten, this maniac breaks out all peen hammered. And one by one,
He said peen.
smashes into the
He
back of the
really
head.
did.
Well, I mean, that's what it's called. But
Yeah,
Can you imagine dying like that?
I know.
Just
Peen's still a
watching
funny word.
all of your friends die knowing you're
yeah.
next.
Peen.
That's not all.
Peen. Pretty nice.
Stop it.
Oh, Lord. We today y'all learned a bunch of 12-year-olds do this show. Okay, this last bit we actually did. We didn't plan on this part. Give us a second. Okay. Calm blue ocean.
Peen.
Okay. Now, let's get back to business.
Okay. All right.
Yes, we did, with as much horrific death and rotting just horribleness in this movie. Us laughing at the word peen, we thought would just, kind of lighten the mood because, shit's been heavy lately.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, that's why, honestly, we decided to do this whole episode and revamp this, in this time, because I do think that it's going to be something that could be very therapeutic and helpful and get you out of this rut that we're all in. So
Definitely,
I know it's helping us, so hopefully it's doing the same for you.
Yeah, if we can make just one of y'all laugh and smile, I feel like in these times we'll have done a good job.
Okay, so you might ask yourself how the virus is introduced into your bloodstream, okay? And the answer will be discovered in this segment that is called It's in the Water.
Uh-oh. Oh, wait a second. Is that the spigot he washed his hand off with? Oh, no, it's not. Oh, wait a second. Is it a bacteria that's in the water? Ooh.
It's the water. They're making it so obvious.
Yeah, whenever you zoom in on someone taking a sip of the water after showing that water pipe stuff, yeah, there's no doubt. I wonder if that means your pee would be infectious, or if it would filter out through your kidneys and stuff. If anybody out there knows if a flesh-eating monster virus thing would filter out through your kidneys or your urine would be contagious, let us know in the comments.
Yeah, that'd be an interesting thing to figure out.
Or better yet, since I bet most of y'all don't know the answer, whoever comes up with the most ridiculous what the fuck answer, I'll support.
It's in the water.
Well, no shit, it's in the water. You threw a fucking...
Don't drink the water! It's in the water!
Don't drink the water. There's blood in the water. Wow, that Dave Matthews song really predicted this, didn't it?
Should have been the theme song for this movie.
Doubt they could afford the copyright for Dave Matthews song.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Oh yes, this movie really was one of the most predictable movies ever. I mean, when they're showing the person, like Karen, when she's first getting the virus, they literally zoom in so that the glass of water she's drinking is the only thing on screen. You're like, oh wait, I wonder if it's from the water.
Yeah, why can't you give us some mystery, make a period where they don't know how they're getting it. Jeez, please. Why did you do this to people? I know that, again, this is probably someone who's up at midnight, but, there's people who work overnight that deserve better, than this bullshit.
Yes, and there were times I'm wondering. I'm like, even while under a lockdown, is this still the best use of our time? Because the movie was just so bad, but we decided it was.
Oh yeah, it was bad. Yeah, okay. Well, there you go. Mystery solved. It was in the fucking water. That was easy to solve. They pretty much made that easy for us, as everything was. It's just ridiculous. Okay, so moving on. Let me see where we're at here. It's in the water. Oh yes, now comes a great segment that Hadley and I usually enjoy the most, and this is our death bet. But for this episode, we had a feeling that things were not going to go so well for our cabin dwelling fuckers. So we made a survival bet this time. And once again...
Okay. On with the recording.
You'll see what happens.
We gotta take our death bet first today.
I think maybe we should do a survival bet.
Survive? Yeah, probably.
You know? Who do you think's gonna live?
The girl who just left on the canoe.
Think she's gonna live?
I do.
Okay. I think
Somebody came to our door and asked for
I think
help
dude with the
and
red
lit
sleeves
fire.
is gonna survive.
Red sleeve? Alright, cool.
Yeah.
We're out there, and I just want to go home.
And, ladies and gentlemen out there, there's
I don't
our
know
official
about
death
you,
bet. Canoe chick
Every time I
and
close
red
my eyes,
sleeve
I
dude.
see him screaming, and his skin crackling
As
and
mentioned
smelling
previously,
funny.
we do not give a shit about remembering these characters' names.
Okay, I think, now that I think about it, we need to actually add a provision to the death bet. I think there's a good chance they all die, so if the person we chose is the last to die, we still win.
Well, that's what we did. We did survival.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if all of them die, none of them survive.
Right. Whoever is the last to die.
Cool.
Yeah,
Just
that's
wanted to
fine.
throw that.
But baseball shirt is clearly the winner as of right now.
Ooh.
Oh, drawing a bath.
Well, I might be wrong.
What is she doing? Oh, she's just gonna cover herself in soap. Okay.
I think she's shaving her legs. And I'm guessing she's going to have a big thing of skin come off when she shaves it.
Of course. And damn, that is a lot of shaving cream.
That is a lot of shaving cream. Holy shit.
This is an unnecessary amount. Oh, there it is.
Yep,
Oh, there it is.
I knew it. Called the shit out of that.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no!
Oh, I hate
Fucking
shit like
stop
that.
it!
It's so gross. No, that dog is sweet.
Okay, so she was presumably the first to die.
Oh, yes. I have restored my crown once again.
What do you mean restored your crown? I always fucking lose.
I am the champion, my friend. And I'll keep on fighting.
Okay, that's
sorry,
enough of
sorry.
that.
All right, I'm sorry.
What is interesting, though, is some of the only death bets I've won have been episodes that didn't actually end up making the show, because we have lost episodes due to technical difficulties and stuff.
And I think it's funny because it's usually self-sabotage. So it's like, you would have won had you plugged in your microphone. But we won't go into that. I promise. I'll leave it alone.
Yes, you will.
Okay, so moving right along after my, of course, epic victory, we were moving to a segment called This Explains Nothing. And this captures moments where it just explains absolutely nothing, absolutely useless. Probably should have been the things they should have cut from the movie when they were condensing it down, but they didn't. They left it in there. So here it is. This explains nothing.
I mean, I wouldn't stand there and stare it down. Yeah, see, she's smart. I like her.
I have two brothers.
Oh, really?
Nothing like
I have two brothers.
And then she literally throws the
What
gun.
the fuck? You see how messed up that dog was?
Yeah.
I have two brothers? What a fucked up, stupid thing to say.
Thank you.
Oh.
I'm more thrown by the throwing the gun at him
He's out
thing.
there rotting.
I have two brothers. I'm sorry, that's just so...
How's Hunter spying around?
What the fuck does that mean?
The deputy to get back.
I have two brothers, so I automatically know how to shoot an assault rifle. Of course, because naturally, when anybody has two brothers, they learn how to shoot an assault rifle.
And they taught me to throw the gun.
Yes,
The deputy knows something happened.
Carelessly.
The outsiders here.
at a person who's covered in blood.
Wait, the deputy knows something happened as the whole car is covered in blood. No shit!
Of course they fucking know
This is... Daniel, please explain to our listeners what I look like right now.
Well, he's doing the thinking man, but with the grimace of a person who is struggling to take a shit. That is what exactly we are witnessing at this moment in time.
I am in so much pain watching this.
Sorry, I didn't
He's
know
thinking
this.
about his life while wondering why he's watching this full-on shit of a movie.
And I'm sitting here thinking that even during quarantine, this is a waste of time.
That's nice.
And she's sick. She's very, very sick. And you're sick. Spying on our love making.
No, I'm sorry.
That's my husband.
Okay, but please, my friend, she's dying. We need a phone, like right now. We need help.
That's my husband? I mean, okay.
Cool.
Thanks for that piece of information. So is she partying with it? I missed what she was doing with these fucking guys. Why did you break your guitar?
Where did the guitar come from? Who was playing the guitar?
Who's that? What?
Something we asked so many times in the movie. Who's that?
What? Who's that? What's that? What happened?
I do want to try to like provide a little bit of context for those last two clips. This one.
That's my husband.
Okay, so they're running to try to get help, and all of a sudden they come up on these people, and apparently they're having sex inside of their mobile home.
Mm-hmm.
And then this woman decides to shout that this is my husband. And it's like totally just like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, good to know, because like at least there was something they answered in the in the movie. I mean, it's not a question that we asked, but they answered a question.
And then,
Where did the guitar come from? Who was playing the guitar?
Who's that?
so that part was when the sheriff of fuckery is hanging out randomly by a campfire with these like two random hippie dudes who we have no idea who they are. Like, and this is why again one of them is running for help. And we're just like, who are these dudes? Why is she here? This guy has a guitar. They're just like,
There were just so many random things that added nothing. Like this one scene, they're sitting around a campfire, and this guy randomly comes up, sits with them, says his name is Grim, as in Grim Reaper, but then doesn't really actually add anything to the story. He just kind of sits there, gives them some weed, and then leaves.
It's definitely not.
There were no rock formations. Where's the free
You don't
climb?
mind if I sit here and chill out with you guys for a bit, do you?
Actually, we're
Fuck that guy.
Who's that guy?
conversation, so if you don't
Some
mind.
fucking random ass douchebag who just is like, oh, I saw you at a campfire. That's not how that shit works.
Weed. I'm smoking all by myself.
Well, it is now.
I'm so sorry. What's your name?
Connor. But you can call me Grim.
Grim like Grimace or?
No. Just Grim.
I'm
As
guessing
in, your
Grim-
fates are very grim.
I'm thinking as in... Oh, I was actually about to say that.
Yep, of
I
course.
figure I'm gonna die up in these mountains anyway, so...
This guy sucks. I don't care if he has a big old bag of weed.
I do.
Cold world we live in.
And see, I think maybe what happened with Grimm is that maybe he was the introduction to the rabid dog, like, but even still, totally unnecessary.
Very unnecessary.
Like, again, why was that not something you cut out of the script?
Yeah, I feel like at this point with the movie, like, a dog just showing up would be, like, the least of the, wait, what's happening?
Right? I mean, people's skin is like literally melting off in the most disgusting, despicable ways possible.
Just like, but wait a second, whose dog is that?
Where did this dog come from? It's the least of my concerns. All right, so, oh my gosh. Well, this actually finally brings us to the end of our experience that we are sharing with you of watching Cabin Fever. We usually like to, at the end, kind of roll some clips of the general things from the end of the movie, just as a sign-off. But Hadley, what would you like to say?
I would like to say that even if you're quarantined, don't watch this.
Yeah, do not watch this movie. I mean, we warned you. So if you watch this movie, you're a glutton for punishment, just like we are.
So yes, thank all y'all so much for tuning in. I hope we could give you, close to an hour's worth of fun entertainment. Stay safe, stay healthy, wash your hands.
Yes, indeed. Stay healthy. Don't watch this movie. And follow our page, like us, comment, please. Share if you're enjoying this pain that we're going through.
All right. Well, until next time, I'm Hadley.
I'm Daniel. And
Have
thank
a
you
good
so
day.
much for watching or listening.
Yeah. That little synchronicity part didn't work with us being miles apart, but if we'd been in person, it would have worked. So just picture that.
Oh yeah. Any flaws in the making of this production, I get to blame on coronavirus. So that's what I'm going to do.
And I get to blame on Daniel, which is what I'm going to do.
All right. Well, see y'all next time. Enjoy.
Peace.
If you're looking for fun, you've come to the wrong place.
Whoa. Huh.
Wow.
Wow, what a great note to leave for your guests.
So, Karen, how long have we known each other for?
A weird question.
Why is that a weird question to ask somebody how long you've known each other?
4th grade?
It's not that weird of a question.
Because she can tell where it's going,
A long time?
I guess. I don't know.
Did you just try to make sense of this terrible dialogue?
I mean, I tried to. I didn't succeed, but I tried.
Come on.
No, if she's infected with whatever it is, we have to quarantine her. We have to get her away from us, separate from us.
Just let me go and check up on her.
Look, they're probably right, okay? She'll be safe out there. We can get her a mattress and a light. She'll be fine.
I get it.
Go get her a mattress and a light.
Fuck you.
Yep.
Sorry, Karen, you just don't want to get
I agree with the fuck you guys.
You're gonna die out here.
You're not going to die.
That dog.
No, you're gonna die.
Karen is dying out there. And we're acting like a bunch of fucking pricks.
You think?
They're doing
If we
nothing.
don't start working together, we're all doomed.
They're roasting marshmallows.
Like, they are doing nothing.
Their friend is dying in the woods from this mysterious disease, and they are roasting marshmallows in the
We
cabin.
have to stick together.
They've cleaned the car, too, and replaced the tire, mind you.
And they're roasting marshmallows in the cabin.
Alright.
Get in the fucking car, get the fuck out of there! Oh, let's go outside and find the rabid dog.
Well, he's got the gun.
That's good.
Yeah, you don't all need to go out.
I got the flashlight. Oh yeah, those two guys. You're fucking useless.
Yeah.
Get the hell out of here. Jesus Christ.
Who thought this movie was a good idea?
IFC Midnight. Okay, still really annoyed they haven't just fucking driven away.
They're just leaving their friend in there.
Yeah.
People are such pieces of shit.
Leaving, let's go now.
Oh, they're finally leaving.
I'm not getting in the car though.
Get the put in the front with me now.
He's gonna puke all over the kid, isn't he? Hand?
Pancakes.
You gotta stop letting this kid bite you, dude. Why are you...
Especially
I'd slap the shit out of that kid. I'm sorry.
Bert.
fucking Bert.
Bert ain't alive no more. Cabin fever.
I honestly don't even know what to say right now. I really don't.
Well, I just thought maybe just ask you the question that we usually like to ask. Do you think that this movie has any potential if made correctly?
I wish there was a way for this movie to get the virus that it's about.
Yeah.
Frankly, there have been too many, young people die in cabin in the woods movies. And, I get like they want to go for something crazy, kind of pushing the line with all this gore and stuff. But no, it was, I think this movie with these characters in this plot, I do not think anything could save this.
Yeah, I think the only way that this might be a decent idea is if they made the characters way more likable for one and a little bit more intelligent so that they were at least trying to be smart about the spread of the disease and be a little bit cautious because there was just this a clear thing, nobody was wearing any kind of gloves or even wrapping plastic bags around themselves. There's just the number one thing that most human beings know is that if there is a disease, you should protect yourself from said disease. That's why they put her in quarantine to begin with.
Yes, and that's why we're watching this movie.
Yeah, that's my thing is yes, people are dumb. I think they'd be smart enough to do some measures that were better than what they did in the movie.
I wouldn't think
even
that at
just
all.
a little because here's the thing, right? You wear plastic bags in your hand, you're trying to do it, all of a sudden you get a cut and then it gets in there. It's oh fuck, there's drama that you could add by them actually being intelligent. You don't have to make them in total idiots to make it a good horror movie. But overall, no redeeming qualities. That movie was absolutely terrible. I can't believe there was even 12% of audience that liked this movie. I agree with the critics' rating of a big fat 0.
I think that's being generous.
And I didn't gain anything valuable out of this experience other than spending quality time with my friend and, actually being able to enjoy some sort of social interaction.
Yep. All right. Well, this movie gets 4 freshly washed thumbs down. Wash your hands, y'all.
Yep, stay safe out there, and hopefully this will be over sooner than later.
All right, stay healthy.